we actually didn't plan this too. Like, he came to pick me up, and I looked outside. He had a red shirt. I had a red Let's Talk. Like,
oh, really? I thought this was...
Hell no, man. Was it?
Nah, fucking. He comes running out the door, and he has a red shirt on. I'm like, what the fuck? Nah.
I look real trainee right now.
No, so the thing was, I was looking for my black one because I wanted to wear that.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it, so I was like, fuck it. I'll just throw this on right now.
So that's why we look like fucking twinsies.
Yeah. I look real outcast.
I know, not even a hat, just like straight, just, you know.
Prove yourself.
Exactly.
Earn the shirt.
All right, so we are ready to start. So I guess I'll start it off since quitters are not.
Parents strongly caution, the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
All right, welcome everybody. This is the Let's Talk After Dark podcast. Where anything goes and nothing's off the table. I guess we'll stick with that. With me as always,
Maverick.
And our special guest host,
Damian Rivera.
That's it?
Of Springfield, Massachusetts.
What are you?
Hell yeah, I'm the shit.
You have so many different titles. I like your titles you've been having lately.
Yeah, Daddy Fuego. That's the name. Yeah, I am a recording artist and a comedian.
That's right. Well, let's get right into our guest. I wanted to talk about that. You dropped an album.
It's coming next.
Oh, it's coming. Sorry, it's coming.
Yeah.
But you said this
Thursday.
is your last piece of work that you're working on because you're not going to be doing music anymore.
I am going to feature.
Okay.
And you know why though? I think you know what I didn't really explain. I think a lot of people. I got a lot of messages and people are like, "Why are you quitting?"
That's
like,
what I wanted to ask.
They're like, the one thing I liked about you, you're throwing trash. I'm not quitting. I'm building my label. I'm gonna switch to an executive role. So I'm actually going to take on an artist.
More
and I'm going to dedicate
management and everything.
Yeah, because it's funny because I say this on stage when I do stand-up, and I mean it when I say it. It's like, for me, and I'm not talking about everybody else. It's just how I feel personally.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to be 32, and, like, you got to know when you're not supposed to be a rapper. Like, and it gets weird.
So here's like, I've been saying that, right? I've been saying, when do you know to, like, kind of hang up the towel certain certain activities. Like, think about it. A comedian, you have most of your life. Sometimes you get hit, when you're old, you could go back. But when it comes to, like, a musician, there's a certain area. It's almost like I look like a sports player. You can't be, like, 32 and say, hey, I'm going to try out for the NFL now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Like, you can if you're awesome and people, like, scouts are looking at you and you're playing in, like, the, Division 3. What are they called? Western Mass Warriors.
You know what it is? It's not so much that I feel like I'm too old to rap as much as I feel like I am not willing to go along with what's going on that's popular right now. And a lot of people right now, like, are.
You on fucking mumble rap?
Yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to be able to conform to, like, what's going on. And I'm not willing to, so I feel like I miss my bus. Like, there are a lot of resources and a lot of things that I have now that I know now. And people are like, well, if you have all those things, why aren't you famous? And I was just like, because the music doesn't match what's required to... I make great music. I'll say that in anybody's face. I do. However, is it music that is...
relevant of the time?
Yeah, and it's not. And I'm not willing to do that.
You're not gonna sell out your change up your style and talent.
I just can't.
All you gotta do is fucking put half blonde and you're good.
Oh,
bro.
yeah, see, that's the type of shit. I don't want to do.
You don't want to
that.
get beard to change up different colors,
So what I'll do is I'll feature and stuff like that, and I'll definitely do, like, little things here and there. But I'm talking about to dedicate to an entire solo project because it takes a lot. Like, the difference between me and I think a lot of people is a lot of people do records, right? They just make them and they record over everything and then they put them out. Me, I actually, every single song I make, I listen to it and I don't put it out unless I'm willing to put it in front of the people that I idolize in music. So if I'm embarrassed to play it for, like, Royce da 5'9" is my favorite rapper, if I won't play it for him, I'm not going to put it on iTunes. And a lot of people do that. They just put, it's just stuff to get material out there. I'm like, yeah, but what if your favorite rapper in the world hears it? Like, are you gonna be proud? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna be proud of that? Are they gonna critique you? And when they critique you, you go, oh, no, I was just putting something out. I was just gonna do something. Like, that's not how I operate. Plus, I actually am really starting to love being behind the scenes and like booking things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was able to get myself on Hip Hop DX. So
nice.
I can do it for somebody else. I can't bring somebody where I've never been. So that's exactly, if I've never been to a mountaintop that somebody wants to climb to, and find somebody who has, and that's who I'm the bringer. Like, I bring those connections together.
So you're looking to probably be soon somebody's manager, or you have a few people you're managing already and stuff. Like
I got an artist I'm talking to. That's why I can't say nobody's name.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Because it's not, you know.
Not, yeah.
But yes, there's somebody in mind that me and
say a team too. You gotta
Revly Music.
Yeah,
Revly Music's the team, and my business partner is Justice and
Shout
Ryan
Justice.
Wilkie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And we are Revly Music, and we're going to and Chaotic Crash, but he's in Virginia.
Got you. Now Wilkie, wasn't he moving, or he's just not
deploying?
He's deploying. Shout out to him. Yeah,
he's deploying. He's in the Air Force, so he's gonna deploy very soon. The COVID thing kind of pushed it back a little bit.
Okay.
So a lot of the world stopped, including the Department of Defense. And for real, they stopped. They had a Department of Defense travel ban. So I don't know if that's like secret.
Right? So we're defenseless and you just fucking broadcast.
No, we're not defenseless. It's just that they're not
sending
moving
extra people
around.
So
you know
you're kind of
I mean?
You're there. So if shit happens, you're the first person to take
you're
care
stuck.
of it. Yeah.
And it sucks and here's a shout out to the people that are deployed, because if you were scheduled to come home in the beginning of COVID, you didn't come home. They're still there.
Yeah.
For all this time, like, so they've been there 6 to 15 months, right? And they're like, oh, I get to finally go home. And they're like,
Boom.
You can't go home for 3 months.
Yeah, right. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That shit sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
And you, real quickly touch on the military thing. You've been in the military. You're a vet. Shout out to you. Thank you. Memorial Day's coming, you know.
I did 5 years in the Air Force.
Air Force. Nice.
Yup.
What did you do exactly? Did you fly planes?
I was security forces. You were
the you were the guy getting all the drunk people.
Yeah, nigga at the door. No,
nah. You know what's funny? I didn't really work. I worked the gate as a civilian when I got out as a civilian contractor because it paid like $26 an hour.
Nice.
But the when I was in, I actually did security. Like I said, earlier, but I did before this started. I did I was in Greenland. So I was securing assets and stuff, like protecting assets. And then when I got here, I was like a base cop. So you go, wherever you go, they tell you what you're going to do. Because security forces does 3 things. So like they'll do like the security for stuff. They'll do police or...
they also do detaining too? They police and detaining, right?
Yeah,
they watch like
that's the third thing. Overseas stuff.
Yeah.
I just totally forgot. I got out 9 years ago.
No, but I knew where you're going. But it's just like
that's what they do. So if you're in a base that's just a security thing, that's your security guard. If you're in a base that's a police thing, you're the base police. And where they hoodist base police, I had like the windows down, bumping Jada kids, like because we're not like. They're kids. Like you're 19, you join the military, and they're like, you're a cop now, and you're like,
okay,
yeah. And they tell you your job. I didn't ask for that. I actually was assigned when I joined the military, open general. Once I graduated boot camp, they're like, you're a cop. By the way,
yeah, because I heard if you don't pick, that's what they normally do. Because a lot of people don't like doing that.
Yeah, you test, and then they're like, here's what you're gonna do for the rest of your life.
I'm gonna be a cop.
That's what happened. It wasn't like, I'm a cop, I'm a snitch on everybody. Like, nah, they told me this is what you're gonna do, or you're gonna go to jail if you don't.
It's either you're gonna watch the guys in jail, or you're gonna be the guy in jail. Yeah. Welcome to the military. Thank you for being property.
It was fun. It was cool though. It was cool. I learned a lot of shit. I learned a lot of skills I'm not using, but I learned a lot of skills that I use every day.
Well, we appreciate your service, man. Thank you so much.
It was fun.
9 years.
He's like, don't worry about it. I had a good time.
It was cool.
Hey, so we're gonna switch the subject now and go into a little things. We talk about music. I wanted to bring up the fact of you guys heard about what's going on with Doja Cat lately.
Nah, what's up with that? I saw like a.
She said some racist.
She said some
shit,
racist.
right?
So I guess she's like,
nigga. Is she
so-
black? Or no?
She is, yeah. So I guess she's in this room. I think it's called Tiny Chat. It's an
Yeah.
app, and she's in there, but she's in like an alt-right part with all these racist like
Really?
white guys. And she'll sit there, like there's a video someone captured and put on Twitter with her going. She's like, "Suck my big black cock." I'm like,
Oh, so she's just fucking with them,
so
right?
so this is what it says. Yeah. So she said she went into this group because she said she used to get teased and picked on a lot.
Yeah.
And now she's been obsessed with going to this group and just pretty much trolling
Yeah.
these white guys as this horny black chick. Submissively. But in a way, when you watch it kind of looks like she's turned on too at the same time.
No.
It's kind of weird, but sexy because it's Doja Cat. Like she's like all delicious. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
she's bad.
Like she got those thighs that you just like, just I wouldn't die between them.
I didn't know who Doja Cat was till today. I looked it up before I came here because I had a feeling that you were going to say, because I
To
saw
be
it
honest, I
said
still
online.
don't know because I'm not fucking. I'm always just doing something, so I fucking.
Yeah, she's the one
Not
who
really
the first time I heard it
paying
was when she
attention
said
to
the
shit.
song "Bitch I'm a Cow" or "Moo" or
What
something
is
like
that
that.
about?
It's just like she literally put a green screen and made a song like "Bitch I'm a Cow,"
And she blew up, right?
and she blew up.
That's why I don't want to fucking do music anymore. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I
guess
don't.
she did music before she was on and off, but I guess that song was really did it. And I remember I watched it. I was like, I said the same thing. I was like, niggas do this and they become famous.
Yeah.
She did it like a green screen with just her in a cow suit. But at the same time, women have a lot more to offer online than men.
Yeah.
You gotta really be really be.
You
a
really
guy.
have to be talented if you're a dude.
I'm working on that. I'm gonna start just. I'm gonna
You don't
start
want to be a
fans
cow?
No.
Bitch, I'm a bull.
I don't want to be no damn.
Oh, so earlier you said if you haven't made it like during past like a certain age, you should quit. What's that age for you? Do you think
It was 30.
30?
And I'm
He pushed it 2 more years.
I pushed it 2 more years because I heard some beats that I thought were. I can never. I will be lying to everybody if I said I'll never do music again. I have to. I've been doing it since I was 3.
We used to have a person. He died, but he used to say that too. Rest in peace, Viachi.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Viachi.
He used to say he wasn't doing music anymore.
Fianchi is dope.
Viachi's dead.
You guys had.
I walked into this shit. So I had no idea what the fuck happened until just now.
Viachi died. No, we said we were gonna kill him off. We said we were gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna kill him off in our Let's Talk universe.
Every
He's
time
dead now.
Yeah, he's just dead. But you had a song with him.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is out or is it not out?
It's out. It's been out since 2015.
2015.
Yeah, it was that song is really dope.
What's the
Was
name
it
of the
like
song?
was
It's
it like
called
pulling teeth to fucking get him to do it?
No, you
No?
know what's funny is that he really all it took was for me to show him. I had recorded it.
Yeah.
And I did the hook myself. I think I might have. I don't remember because this is 2015. I smoked a lot of weed. But
5 years. Yeah. It was
I ended up. So I did it. I sent it to him, right? And with the beat and everything, I said, that's how, by the way, that's how you should be sending people your records if you want to collab with them. Do it. Do your parts. And then send them with it open to see what the song sounds like.
So
right?
they have the idea.
Because so many times people just send me the beat, I do my part, and they never finish the fucking song. So that's why I sent it to him like that, and he heard it. He was like, yo, this is fire. So then I remember he gave me the hook, and I listened to it. And I know Viaggi, because that September album was crazy. So he gave it, and I listened to it, and I was just like, yo, you could do better. And he was like, what? He kind of was like, so then he goes back, and he gives me this crazy-ass hook. And I was like, I fucking told you. But then he was like, all right, now you can do better. Because of my tone in my verses, was real, aggressive. And so I went to his studio, and he taught me how to do that LL Cool J.
Yo, I love that about your music, though. Yeah.
I will always tell everybody that Vianchi is the reason why I sound like that.
Gosh.
I swear, I know it's a soft spot, but it's
I'm just
true.
saying. I'm just saying. So sad he had to die so soon.
I know, right? Tragic microphone accident.
The mic just,
But that is the reason why. And
Shout
then
out to
also
me.
he's the reason why I make music, try to make it catchy.
Yeah.
Before I would just rap. Now I'm actually making record, so I will eternally give him that credit.
That was one thing he always did say, though, between rappers and singers. Singers, you do so much, you have to make sure your tone and stuff like that. So, seeing that he's actually, being able to pass it on to other people too, and
He taught me how to do that.
That's what's up.
My music sounds the way it does because of Vianchi. we haven't done the song since.
Too bad he's dead.
He's like, guys, it's really uncomfortable in the seat now.
I like it here.
Nah, that's what's up. Yo, thank you also for being the first guest, guys. Dame.
First guest / co-host.
Hell yeah. No, this
Actually,
is,
co-host. Yeah, it's not even guest.
I've
Co-host.
always wanted to do this.
Really?
Always. Ever since people started doing podcasts. I've always wanted to do it. And you're like, well, why didn't you do it? It's because, like, when you don't know how to do something and you're trying to do so many other things, you kind of just push it to the back of your head. I was like, eventually, I want to do stand-up comedy first.
Yeah.
Try to see if I'm funny. Then get back.
When was your... Have you already been doing comedy for over a year?
Yeah, I started in October of 2018.
2018.
Yeah,
Nice.
Bishop's Lounge.
Shout out to Bishop's Lounge.
Shout outs.
I started May 30th. And actually, my first place I went to was Terrence. He was going by fucking Terrence for a little bit, but Terrence, he had this place at Moriarty's. I went there with Tom. Saw Tom.
That's where you met Tom.
That's where I met Tom. Yeah, because I knew about Tom a lot from here. His name always kept on popping up. Different people talking. So let me try it. And then the real first time I considered was at Bishop's too. Like I went there. Yeah. Like at Moriarty's, it was legitimately me, Terrence, and Tom. So I was just like, I was really just learning away. But when I went to Bishop's, that was the real deal. Like I remember actually, I think it was a Sunday after this we went there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys came too. It was such a different view. Feel.
Yeah. Was that the time that I someone up and told the joke?
Yeah,
that was your first time, but that was your first time.
That was my first time in front of a crowd. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was my first. Yeah, because I went. I did, like I said, at Moriarty's with Terrence. It was just 3 other comedians, so it really wasn't anything. We're just sitting there. We told like a few jokes, and then we just started shooting shit. Ideas back and forth, and how to make this place that place grow and everything like that. But yeah, then I went to Bishop's, and dude, it was so nervous. Like I went up there, signed my name on this fucking long ass shit,
yeah,
look at everybody's name, and I'm like, damn, all these. And that's where I met Todd. Todd too. It was my first time meeting Todd.
Yeah,
I went there, but it was, shout out to Tim, Monk, Boney. Yes. Everybody who pretty much keeps that place running up at Bishop's, like it's a really, I feel it's a great place to start. It is supportive, but it's also a make and break because
it's so scary.
It's so scary.
It's so scary. My first time, it's funny because when I started doing comedy, I didn't even know comedians. I didn't know anybody, and I didn't know how to do it. I just had it in my house, like, I'm just going to go up there, I'm just going to talk. So I'm there, I'm hyperventilating. People are up there, and, like, some people are hilarious. And I saw Bone there, like, and I was just like, how the hell am I supposed to do comedy with her on stage? Like, killing it, just slaying. And they're like, come on stage, Jamie, it's his first time ever. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Yo, yeah.
Like, I don't, like, some of those people are funny as, like, real, like, shouldn't be here still.
They're
funny.
Funny, yeah.
And I go up there, I do my set, and I was hooked. The first moment I heard somebody laugh, I'm like, for the rest of my life, like, I'm doing this.
Yo.
So that was dope.
Also, shout out to you, too. A lot of people don't know this, but with EMT comedy that I do, you've been, like, our number one go-to. I remember the first time I saw you was at, was it The View?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I saw you go up, I was looking up, I was like, yo, this dude's good. Cause just your whole swag. You just went up there, did your 5 minutes, came down after we were at the bar talking to you, like, yeah, just made that all up there. I'm like,
yeah, I did,
bro.
You know why though? I don't know how to do comedy. Like I don't know how to write.
I don't write either, man. I just go there.
Like,
I think of things throughout the week, and I play it over in my head. So I go up there, and then I hear so many things from different comics in these groups. Like, you should always stick to 1 5-minute set, blah blah. But that gets boring for me. Like I can't keep on saying the same thing over and over. Even though I understand why, it's to have a clean, nice set and everything
refine
like that.
it.
Yeah. But sometimes when you go to these, you get this energy. You go to these mics, you hear people saying funny. It's like, oh, I got something I can say.
Yeah, and then you go up there and you do it. I think that's organic. I think that's a real comic to me.
I feel, my thing is, like, I feel anybody who's willing to go up there and try to make a whole bunch of people laugh, especially a whole bunch of comedians, because what people don't understand is, like, open mics is like hard. That's like rapping in front of a whole bunch of rappers and expecting them to be like, yo, that beat was nice, because they're not gonna say it. Yeah. Because they don't want to something, there's always, like, people don't want to give you props and stuff like that. But then there's sometimes you do hit it, you get them laughing, like, yeah, niggas, I got you.
Well, you can make a room full of comedians laugh.
Oh yeah.
It's hard. It is the hardest thing. I'd rather be in front of 1 million live people.
Yeah.
Than be in a room with 6 comics and try to do a stand-up set. I can kick it and make people laugh, like, in a group when they're comedians. And I've always noticed that like the shows, the actual gigs that you do, it's so much easier.
Yeah.
And you're so much more comfortable too, because they're not judging you.
They came to laugh. You
They came
to be funny and stuff like that. And so it's just like, yo, I could do this and I could pick on you later and stuff like that, and it's all good.
Right.
You know, sometimes you call comedians, they want to talk to you afterwards. Yo, listen, you know, it's cool and stuff like that, but don't throw me out because you know me. I'm like, okay, my bad. Sorry, I was whispering, but
So,
you get the gist.
It's definitely more because you're being not only that, but I feel like half of them aren't even paying attention because they're nervous and they're working on their own set in their head. They're working on what, especially if they come after you.
Oh yeah.
Like they're not listening to you.
If I'm not listening to nobody who's right before me, no offense, but it's just like I'm so like I gotta get myself ready because there's 5 minutes and then I'm up next.
Right.
And it sucks because here's what people don't understand. If the person in front of you bombs, then that kills the energy.
Oh my!
And now you gotta go up there. And they're already disappointed at the other guy, so they have a prejudging thought about you.
Yeah.
And then you got to kind of win them back, you know. But I think it's hard, but I also love that too, because it kind of feel like a champ when you do. You're like, yeah.
It's a challenge. You get people tired, like especially when it's a string of comedians that bomb, and then you're next. Like, because I've been up after like 4 or 5 like really boring sets. And then I'm up there, and now everybody's like on their phones.
Yeah.
They're like, they don't want to, they're really trying to wait for their boy to go up so they can leave.
Yo, how many times have you been doing a set and the people are ready to leave and they're leaving right between your set and it fucks you up because you think it's because of you, but it's really they had to go?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I hate that.
Don't go.
Yo, when the CT Comedy Theater was still doing open mics. In Connecticut.
Yeah.
It's a really, you ever been there?
No, I've never been there.
Really dope. Like the stage is the floor, and then the actual seats are like a stadium.
Oh, dope.
You know what I'm saying? It's so dope. It was packed. That place was packed when I got there. I was like number 20 something. I performed in front of 3 people. Like everybody left after their set. Everybody bounced. So I'm by myself. So now that video I can't use because it looks like I'm not funny, but there's nobody there.
Just gotta add fucking laugh track and shit over.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
And then they stopped doing it. They don't do that anymore there for some reason.
That's what I heard.
They entirely stopped, which is whack. But
I can't wait. But I feel you. A lot of your posts, you would be like, yo, I can't wait to go on the stage and stuff like that. I'm with you, man.
It's
like,
my medicine. You know what I mean? It's my therapy. I'm like, you get real depressed in the house when you love and you feel like you're meant to do something, you can't do it at all. Like, and they're like, and then people don't. You could just do comedy online. I'm like, I'm a stage. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Like I could talk to people online, but I can't sit there and try to be funny. You know,
on video and stuff. I can do little skits. I'm not a skit person. Like I'm not. I will do one, but I never want to start my own. That's just maybe in the future, but like right this second, it's just not. I love the audience.
Yeah.
I love people laughing. I love talking to them after the show. You know what I'm saying? And I've yet to offend somebody. I did. I offended. Remember when the first time you ever got me for a show was at Christopher's?
Christopher's,
right?
Yeah.
And I started off with that eyebrow shit.
Oh yeah.
I got mad hate from my friends. Like, oh, what you trying to say? And I was just like, I didn't even know you painted your eyebrows. I had no idea.
It was funny because like the first row too, when people with eyebrows. So I'm like, he's saying it. I'm laughing. I'm looking at it. I see people's face like, who are you talking about? Yeah.
Well, I just noticed. I was walking around. I noticed like mad girls.
At a bar, right? So he's gonna
and they'll talk about your height. I'm like, yeah, but you can't grow eyebrows, so guess we're all fucked up, right? I'm 5'7" and you can't grow eyebrows. We're gonna make fucked up kids.
Speaking of kids, you got any kids?
No.
Well, you're Puerto Rican and don't have any kids?
Yo, that's what I'm saying. I'm about to be 32, right? 100% Puerto Rican, grew up in Springfield and Holyoke, no children.
And Holyoke too, no kids.
Holyoke,
welcome to the club. I got a stepdaughter, but that don't count.
Yeah, but you don't. Yeah, you know.
No chill. I didn't
have any accidents myself.
Plenty of accidents. No children that are breathing, but not of any. That wasn't my decision either. I didn't make it. It's just some girls look at me like, "You're short. I don't want to pass on your genes." They find something. I don't know. Whatever.
I need someone who could grab stuff on top of the fridge.
Yeah.
I need somebody in 10 years that's gonna be taller than me and can help me grab fucking the cereal off the refrigerator and shit.
I hate that shit. That height discrimination shit. Because I don't feel like I'm super short.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
Oh, that's kind of short.
With,
You're not even
with sneakers,
5'9",
I'm
damn.
5'8". So when you meet me, I'm 5'8". So it's like I'm not. But it's stupid because then if you tell a girl that she's too thick, you're an asshole.
You're an asshole. But they can sit all the time sound like short guys. And you know what the thing I always hear is, well, when I wear heels, I'll tower over him.
Yeah. So what?
So what?
Only an insecure
Like,
man
so bitch, wear flats.
Exactly.
So I don't give a shit. I don't
tower
care
over
about
me. That's longer legs.
Good. People see you. Like I don't care. When I was younger, I cared. And I grew out of it. Like I cared about weight too when I was younger, but now but now like I don't really have like I don't care about that. I care more about like how I feel when I'm with that person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when you get older, that's all that fucking matters. Because you have all that crap that happened to you with life weighing you down. And whoever makes that that weight feel lighter.
Yeah. Or can at least accept you while you're going through your closet of shit, and they can handle your moments of... Because you know what? I always see it, like I see a lot of women saying, oh, I need a man to handle me in the issues. And a lot of dudes do. But when it's guys now trying to handle their issues, and a lot of people don't realize, like, a lot of men are emotionally fucked up.
Yeah.
So when you're the only person who I can feel vulnerable about, and you're seeing parts inside of me, now you're going to flip it up like, oh, you're different. Why are you acting like... Because who else can I? You know, you go out, you show anybody this, it's showing your weakness, they're going to use it against you. You know what I mean? You know your boys are fucked up. A lot of time men don't really show their boys their feelings because they know they're going through shit. We're all going through shit, so, you know, I don't want to add any extra burden to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you leave it to your lady only to be later called a bitch.
That's why comedy's so beautiful to me, because I could go on stage and I could talk about how that feels.
Yeah.
Like weight or height or something, like whatever I feel like insecure about, I can go on stage, find the funny in it, and now it doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, because I found the silver lining in it. And that's the difference between comedy and music, is that, and that's why when people are like, oh, like, why would you switch to, you've been doing music your whole life, you switch, because the venting's different. Because when I make records about music that are about things that affect me, I'm in that moment. The song is sad. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like, I have to feel that way. I have to feel sad when I talk about it because the song's emotional and all that stuff. But then on comedy is the exact opposite.
Yeah.
When you do comedy, you have to find the funny in it. It actually makes you feel better about it.
Yeah, because you're pretty much talking shit about yourself, but pointing out, like, listen, I don't really give a fuck either. So you guys can say things about me.
Yeah.
You know? That's why I always tell people about my small dick. Like, what are you going to say about it, you know?
Yeah, that's weird. I never heard you.
No, I didn't say.
I look at you different now.
I just always got to throw something odd out there. But since you know you've said you've been in relationships, I have to ask this, and this is my thing I'm gonna ask anybody: have you ever had a thumb in your ass?
No. You know what? It's been discussed. It was with my ex-wife. Like, it was just because when you're married.
Oh, you've been married before?
Yeah, I was married.
Shout out,
when you're married, you have to
take a thumb to that.
Yeah, you gotta do something.
You gotta do.
Huh?
You married? Yeah. You know, like, after a while.
He's like, I ain't taking the thumb in my ass.
After a while. No, he's not there yet. But like, after a while, it does get really boring.
Thank you. You have to open up to different ideas. People think it's crazy.
You're not doing anything wrong by having sex with your wife.
No.
You're doing nothing. Like, it's not exciting. It stops being exciting.
Oh.
And especially with a day that she just pissed you off.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a whole day goes by, she just got on your damn nerves. Because when you get married, it feels different. And a lot of people say it doesn't. But for me, the moment I said my vows and I left.
You felt shackled.
I felt like this overwhelming sense of like responsibility to this person, because
she's like, let's go, inmate 1242.
Yeah, man, and I looked at her different. Like, I'm just like, I kind of fucking, I don't know.
It didn't feel any different for me when I got married.
It was just
the
the
same. It was like whatever. It's like,
You know what?
just-
I don't know why. I mean,
Not legally, you just get
half.
half of my shit after we fucking break up.
And that was your first time being married, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool that you felt that, because I'm not gonna lie, my first time being married, I felt just like you, D. Just like you. Like, yeah, I was married once, and I was like, everything switched up. But a lot of it was like her too. She switched up. Like all of a sudden, like things we used to do was like, why are you doing that now? We're married. We're not about that life.
Yeah. You can't do that.
Oh yeah, it's just right in the.
Yeah,
it's like oh, like things I used to talk about now talk about. It's like, why are you always talking about that stuff? You've been talking about stuff since we were dating.
Like, bitch, because I'm still the same
Because I'm
person.
the same person. Like, what do you expect? Like, but like my wife now, like my Rosie, like, yo, it's just it's amazing, because the thing is, like, we've been together 5 years now. What's 6 years now?
Yeah.
Don't tell her I said that. Don't watch this part. No. But no, the thing is, like, we'll sit
Because it
there.
always feels like the first day, right?
It does, yeah, it does.
Yeah,
It just
so
feel like
You just
like,
lose track because it's just on continuing.
it's just on continuing
Yeah.
of just like extra like. And the thing
Of
is,
awesomeness.
there's always like, yeah, we have our bickerings and we'll bump heads every now and then, because I don't care who the fuck you are. You can't live with somebody and not argue. That's like saying you
Yeah.
don't argue with your brothers and sisters.
That's
That's
not
bullshit.
human.
It's not. No. If you don't argue, that means you don't pay attention to that person at all.
Yeah.
And there's some things we've both discussed. Like, listen, this is me. It's not going to change, and we have to both accept it. Like, there's some things about
Compromise.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just is what it is. But it's just so different. Like, the feeling of finding somebody where you don't have to feel all the time like, am I pissing this person off? Or
Yeah.
they hate this. Let me not even bring it up. Now I can talk about anything, and she's just she'll sit there and listen. Sometimes she'll look at me like, "You're fucking crazy. I love you." And then sometimes she'll talk about things. I look at her like, I thought I was crazy. She's like, "Yeah, I know."
You know what's funny is that I can comfortably say I'm friends with my ex-wife now. Like, we're really
Shout out to
cool.
you.
We're cool. We don't hang out. Like, she lives in Florida and stuff.
Oh, I'll
but-
say, so you have like one night stands and all
Nah,
that stuff?
she lives in Florida. I haven't seen her since 2013.
But if you were to go to Florida, would you have one?
I don't know. Like, the thing is, I never thought about it in my life. I never actually
Yeah.
thought about that. Like, just as friends.
A
But I know
quickie
I don't
for
have any
old time's sake.
emotional. I don't feel emotions. But
I don't think you would then if you don't have any of those.
like, I just don't when something, because we did it already. You know what I mean?
No, yeah,
Granted,
yeah.
We were like 23, but it happened, and now, like, my mind isn't even on love. You know, my mind is on like business only.
So you're not, even in your dating life, you're not.
In my head, like I have.
So you tell girls right away when they talk to you, like, listen,
Like, I just need to borrow your
love.
vagina.
hey,
Nah, you know what? I don't even do that.
you don't date?
I don't even do that. Like, no.
He used to be at home. He's like, oh, all better.
Reset
No.
button.
No, I have
You got the homies.
I have an amazing person in my life. I do.
That's what's up.
I have a really incredible person in my life.
Dating or
But-
just booty call?
No booty call. No, I'm celibate. That's weird, and I know that. I know everybody's looking at me crazy, but
yeah, because you're a rapper and a comedian that's celibate.
I sell.
Is
Yeah,
that just a nice way of saying your dick don't work anymore?
Like, what?
It don't though.
That's a trick.
But nah, I just don't. You know what? Like, I've had so much sex in my life that I'm kind of tired of it.
Really?
No, I'm just
I was
fucking
saying
both of you. No,
Yeah, right.
I'm absolutely fucking both of you. No, I just.
No, but I respect
you know,
that, though.
honestly, the truth is that, like, I had to in my 20s, like, because I've relied on it so much, like, to
Fix things, like emotional
Yeah.
things. Like, you
And-
use it to escape.
yo, I never acted like a person. You know what I mean? Like, I've never actually tried to, like, be okay.
So is this
I'm like clinging on to girls to make me feel better.
you
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
And now I'm telling myself, I'm like, yo, I gotta stop that shit. Like, I really have to give myself some worth on my own. You know what I mean?
Shout out to you for doing
No,
that.
and that's the truth. And that's
A lot of men have to
30-year-old
do that, bro. Yeah,
that's in your 30s. Like, you start to think about shit like that. Because I remember, it's funny because all my friends are older than me, right? And when I was like 21, 22, I was like, yo, let's go to the club, let's get girls. And my friends are like in their 30s. They're like, I don't want to do any of that. And I'm like, I can't understand why you wouldn't like sex is the greatest thing on earth. And they're like, yeah, you just stop. It doesn't really matter. And then it wasn't until I got here that I know what they're...
You see what they're talking about.
I see exactly what they're talking about, because you can do that, right? Like, you feel bad, right? Let's say you feel awful. So you're like, yo, I need a girl for the night. And you get that girl for the night. And then when she leaves, you feel awful again.
Yes.
It didn't make you feel any... It made you feel good for, like, the time when she was there. And then the moment she leaves...
For the 33 seconds that...
That's what I'm saying. Like, for a short amount of time that she's there, and then when she leaves, you're back to yourself. I'm sick of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired.
Like,
of
damn,
this.
like, I wish she would have stayed and cuddled kind of thing.
Yeah, I want to be Little Spoon. You know, I feel like a lot of guys don't admit that they like being Little Spoon.
Shout out to my boy Buddha Joe. He had a joke about that, but he said that this is this big like Samoan looking dude. And he said on stage, he goes like, yeah, he's like, I love being the Little Spoon. You know, this girl's like little tiny. So he's like, yeah, you know, her little arms can barely go around, but it feels good to be coddled. I'm like, it does though. It really does.
Yeah, no, but I have really good friends.
That's what's up, man.
Is what I have.
You do have a good support team. Like, I have to say that, like, just all around, with your music, with your comedy and stuff like that. Like, the people who come and like to support you and share your stuff and everything, it's just really great. So but it also shows the type of person you are. You know what I mean? But
I never looked at it like that. I always was like, I'm so lucky to have people, because the people that are in my circle, they adore me, and I can tell.
Yeah, but it's also a reflection of your character too. Because think about it, if you were kind of an asshole, you'd have a lot of asshole people around. You know what I mean?
Pay people to stick around.
It's like, yo, I'm buying lunch. Oh, I'll come over. Yeah.
yeah, pay them and shit. But no, I do. And I that's why I shout them out all the time. I do that thing where people started making fun of me because I do those posts.
Oh yeah, who did you forget still? You still forgot two of your friends?
I got to shout out Mark Black.
Yeah, Mark Black.
And Anthony Zalowski, because they got real.
They still didn't get a shout out. And it's funny because I'm always waiting to read it from you, and every time I always see somebody else remind you, you're like, no!
Because I started messing with him after that. I was just, remember I posted a post where I was just like, yo, you know, I'm gonna shout out Mark Black, I'm gonna shout out Anthony eventually. I put that as a status. I'm like, y'all shout outs coming. Like, no, I really do. But the reason why I did like Wilkie and Justice, because literally like every single day of my life, they'll hit me up just to be like, are you okay? How are you? You doing good? And I don't know if it's because they think one day I'm going to snap. Which is why.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. But like, no, they're just always there. Wilkie, I live with Wilkie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what's up.
Oh, yeah, I rent a room in it's his house. I tell everybody it's his house. But I rent a room because when I had moved here, I moved here for a relationship. So.
Feel that one.
But she's one of my best friends. You know what I'm saying? So. But because, like I said, I have to work on me. And I just never left this house. I was gonna, but then he's deploying, so I'm gonna stay in the house while he's gone.
Yeah.
He's gonna go for X amount of months and stuff. He got dogs, so I said I was gonna, and then when he leaves, I'm gonna actually buy a house. So what I'm doing this year, I was dedicated to my credit.
Nice.
So I could buy a house, because I'm starting to feel like a bum out here.
Dude, I
gotta buy a house, man.
I was up late. Actually, I was talking to I've been looking for houses too. Like I feel you on that, dude. There's like land out here for like $50,000, like acres.
Yeah,
just that. You know what I mean? We're talking about some little tiny ass house.
You get a fucking tiny house for like $40,000.
Go to Home Depot, get one of those big ass sheds. It's fucking.
You got a nice tiny house for like $40,000, $50,000. So you buy land, what? You spend like $90,000.
Yeah,
you're good.
Hell yeah.
Shitload of weed and potatoes.
If I'm gonna buy stuff though, like that, it's not gonna be here.
Oh yeah,
because you could get so much more for your money, literally
down south.
Else. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. For what you pay for, like, well, I guess a ranch up here, you could pay for like a 5 bedroom, like colonial fucking estate.
And that's another
with
thing.
the horses.
When it comes, I think with my music, that's the reason why I never really kicked off here, because I never claimed Springfield, ever. Like, I was never...
Really? I see you do. I see you.
I started recently.
Got you.
But, like, the entire time, I didn't even learn to rap in Springfield. I was in New York. I actually performed all over New York City. Did a lot of stuff in New York, but I've never rapped in Springfield. Anywhere. Like, I've never actually rapped here before.
Never put... Now, share a little bit of family. I know you're... your folks has a bar history. You never performed there?
My dad, no.
Yeah. Shout out to your
did.
pops too. I love your pops, yo.
Well,
And your
my
mom.
birthday, yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the unicorn in Holyoke.
Yeah, Unicorn and Holyoke.
Yeah, well, my birthday, I performed, but that doesn't.
But that doesn't count. That's
that
your
doesn't
birthday.
count. I
You don't
did
even care if you say
comedy
the
and
word.
rap because I was out of my mind drunk. I was out of control drunk, and I was like, Wilkie spitting that shit because Wilkie was DJing, and he played.
He's like, I got a joke for you to start rapping and shit.
Yeah, I don't remember what I did first. I did both. I think I did comedy first, and then I started talking about how I failed as a rapper, and then I started
rapping.
I'm like, here's why. I started freaking, but that was it. I performed in LA. I performed in Virginia Beach. Wow. I've never performed in Springfield because why? Like if I'm performing in LA and I'm performing in New York City and I'm performing and I'm going to these different places, I never wanted, because I don't fit in here anyway. When it comes to like the rappers out here, like they know me, they've met me, but they don't give a shit. So like the other day I asked somebody for beats, a Springfield producer, and he quoted me for at least 5 times what you can get from a producer on BeatStars that produced for Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and I identified myself as a Springfield artist. I'm like, I've never worked with a Springfield producer. And then, and I know people don't pay that. I know for a fact he just did it because he don't know me.
So you
And
was a random motherfucker.
and that's the problem. That is the major issue.
So people
I
are
have.
just like, yeah, people are out
That's
here
the
like,
culture here. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's like the crabs in a barrel thing. Like everybody wants to be the first person who makes it, and if you're not part of that little clique of people who know who you are, and they're the ones that probably you're not part of that, then you can't be in. That's the culture here, and everybody talks about it, but nobody will say it like live and shit like I will.
Yeah, no,
I'll say it live. I don't care who gets mad at me. It's the truth.
I believe it because that's one of the main pushes for me to do comedy was nobody knew who Maverick Prasad was. I was on here, I was doing stuff, but no one knew who the fuck I was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, I got to put myself out there, but how can I do it without releasing a porn tape?
You should
You
have
have
released the
to
port
release
tape.
the
Yeah.
porn
I should have did that. I know everyone said I should have did that first, but you know,
I
like the lights off, so all you'll see is like a girl with just something moving over her, like a shadow. So
Let's get the neon paint and color her
You
in.
know what's fun? Why I always make those I want to make porn jokes is because they're not jokes.
no, honestly, the whole time during quarantine, I was like, yo, I could probably make a lot of money right now.
Yo,
I would do like weird stuff though, like a lot of feet stuff, you know, and hand things.
yeah,
you know what I
see,
mean? Like,
that's why I haven't done it because I'm not into that shit. Like, girls are fucking weird. You know what? It's not even that it's girls that are weird. I think it's the
it's the
guys,
guys,
that are weird.
exactly.
I think guys that are weird and they just, but the fact that they would, because I would, if a girl was like, yo, I'll pay you X amount of dollars if you do some weirdo shit like that, I probably wouldn't do it. But the girl, she'll do it. Some weird, oh man, I've seen
because
some
you got a lot of these rich like CEOs paying people like mad money to like
But
just
what's
sniff
the
their
mental health
underwear.
there though? Like, oh, I like to put underwears in my mouth. Like,
Taste the flavor, right? No, I don't know.
come on, like it's weird. People
they smell
order underwears.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
on the internet.
They got fucking in China. They got the vending machines. With
That
the
is so weird
They
to
sell.
me.
You can sell
Like,
your socks. Remember what her name was telling? Like she used to
Oh
sell her
yeah,
gym
yeah,
socks.
yeah.
and I'm interested in like to follow why. Like, why do you like
Why
that?
do you like that? Yeah, no.
What happened?
They're fetishes that people have that people find a norm. Like you know, like I'm not gonna lie. For the longest time, I thought it was weird that people liked booties. I was like, why? It's the ass. People just shit out of it. Like I was in high school, be like, yo, that girl has a fat ass. I'm like, I don't care, but she has nice thighs and a pretty face. That's what I liked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really care about tits and ass. To this day, I kind of like. I'm a little more ass now. I understood. Thanks to J-Lo. One day she was, I don't know what it was, but J-Lo was walking up. She was wearing this silver dress, and I was like, God damn. Her and Shakira, like they were back to back, and I was like, I realized why people like ass. It's just the way it moves and mesmerizes you.
It's amazing.
It is.
It's
just
my favorite.
It's just something about a woman's walk that's just.
How they look in jeans and high heels is how.
Bro,
is
it's
what
crazy.
Gets me.
Like they could be a flat Snickers, look like a average homie, and they put some.
But when
also
they put heels with
on, it's
some
like,
nice jeans,
damn.
you know what I'm talking about. Like
I know
that.
what
That is
It
really what
changes
makes me shop for rings.
That's why I go.
That is all. That is the requirement, and that is why I'm divorced.
All right, fellas, let's end this episode like you ended your marriage.
Real quickly though, Thursday you are dropping your album. Please tell a little bit about it.
Yeah, it's called The Beauty of Nightmares. and it's on iTunes and all that other stuff.
Yo, I like that the cover for it. That shit's dope.
That was a Revly artist who did that.
Nice.
My boy Crafts in Virginia, he actually went to Full Sail University.
Okay.
And he did in Florida, and he did graphics design. And that was funny is that picture is actually from a single off the album that has a video already.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I saw the video. Yeah.
And then he actually made it. And the reason why that thing is there is because there's another song called The Visit on the album that you'll learn what that is. So like a lot of things that are on the cover are songs.
So it's all it plays with the whole album.
That are on,
so it's all relevant
and it was crazy is I didn't tell him that.
Oh, he just did it.
I gave him the song "The Visit," and I said it was originally the cover was gonna be because "The Visit" was gonna be a single, and I was gonna put it out like that. It was so dope that I was like, oh no, this got to be an album. So I changed it to "The Beauty and Nightmares," and this good watch. I'm actually really excited about this.
I'm excited for
this is gonna be my best. It's my absolute best. If you're gonna go out, you gotta go out like
With a bang.
So I think y'all are really gonna as long as you appreciate intelligence, like intelligent lyrics. Like if you're looking for club bangers, you're not gonna find it. But if you're looking for
so if you want real rap, basically.
Yeah, but with modern beats.
Yeah.
I married the two. I'm willing to do that. I'm just not willing to talk about
Got you. Yeah.
being an elephant or whatever the hell. Like, I'm just not willing to do that.
All right, so give them let them know where we can follow you.
Yeah, you can follow me at Dame Rev Everything, all handles. I made them all the same at Dame Rev. And for comedy, at Damian Rivera Comedy for everything.
Nice. All right, so you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Let's Talk Us Now. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple, Google, and everywhere else podcasts are found. And I guess that's it. Get us out of here.
That's it. Hey, guys, thank you for watching us. As always, it's been great. Any questions, always hashtag LTAD, and we are out.
Oh, yeah, R.I.P. Vianci.
R.I.P. Vianci, and shout out to all the servers. Happy Memorial Day to you all.
Peace.